And after a total of 14 hours of AFKing the mine and 12 hours of opening eggs, I managed to get myself 45 huge pets, which is worth 2.14 billion diamonds. Now, yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another Pet Sim 99 video. Today I'm going to be showing you how you can take advantage of the mining event to get yourself easily over 5 huge pets per day by hatching one of the easiest hatchable huge pets that they have ever added into the game. Now, before I get into this video, if you enjoy this video or find it useful, don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget that once I reach 35,000 subscribers, I will be giving away at least 50 huge pets on Pet Sim 99. But until then, I'll continue to give away at least 10 huge pets every single video, and if you want a chance to win one of these huge pets, all of the giveaway information will be in the description. Okay, so if you saw my recent video on this event, I did show you guys how you can make hundreds of millions of diamonds per day by farming the mining event. However, now that all of the gargantuans have been crafted somehow, which I honestly think is a little crazy that all 10 were crafted within like 200 of the Titanics being crafted, and I really do think they should have made the Titanic requirement for the gargantuan a little more. But since we did run out of the gargantuans, that does mean the value of the gems have went down by a lot, making farming this event just for the gems a lot less profitable than it was just even one day ago. So with that being said, a lot more people have been farming the previous event, the Lucky Raid event, for raw diamonds, considering it is a pretty good source of raw diamonds, but it is also a very pay to win sided event. So you do need like some really good enchants and really good pets for it to actually be worth grinding. So in all honesty, if you're a pay to win player, even after this video, it might still be a bit viable for you to farm this event. But in my opinion, since there are so many raw diamonds being added into the economy and everything is slightly inflating, I think farming the mining event, once you see just how easy the huge pets are to get, will still be a great option for free-to-play sided players, considering how free-to-play friendly this mining event is and how these huges will likely rise once the event is over. But my goal for this video is just to show you one more option that you have when farming the mining event to make tons of profit, so that you can decide for yourself whether you want to still farm this mining event or farm the Lucky Raid event. And honestly, after this video, I think I'm still definitely going to be farming the mining event on all of my accounts, and maybe on one of my accounts I will be farming the raid event. But with that being said, you might be wondering exactly what easy huge pet I am talking about. And no, I am not talking about any of the craftable huge pets. Instead, I am talking about the huge mining raccoon that you can get from this. Now, believe it or not, this huge raccoon is only a 1 out of 166,000 chance, which may sound like a lot, but when you're able to open so many eggs at a time, this huge pet is actually incredibly easy to hatch. Now, although farming the mine itself is actually very free-to-play friendly, there is one advantage that pay-to-win players have over free-to-play players when it comes to actually hatching this egg, and it doesn't increase the amount of huge pets that you get over time, but it does allow you to hatch a lot faster, which is the egg hatch game passes. Now, honestly, the 40 plus egg hatch and 15 plus egg hatch is pretty cheap for the value that it provides, allowing you to hatch basically 50% faster. However, for an event like this where you're not able to hatch infinitely and you do run out of coins, is allowing you to hatch a little bit faster, but that also means you do have to come back earlier and fill up your coins again. However, no game passes will affect your overall odds of actually hatching the huge pet itself. Now, I guess technically, if you do have the extra egg hatches and you're hatching for the entire event, compared to a free-to-play player, you will be able to hatch around 50% more huges. But even if you were to take 50% of the huges that I hatch in this video, you'll still be able to hatch multiple huges per day, so that is not really a problem at all. Now, to put the huge raccoon's odds into perspective, believe it or not, the odds of hatching this huge are actually much better than the odds of hatching a huge happy computer during the huge happy computer event, which ended up with over 1 million hatches in total once the event was over. Now, for that event, you were able to hatch continuously and you did not have to spend half of your time farming coins. However, even when you take that into account, getting this huge pet is still a lot easier than getting a huge happy computer during that event. Now, that being said, although pay-to-win players do not have an advantage when it comes to the actual odds of hatching the huge, unfortunately there is one enchant that makes hatching this huge a ton more profitable, and honestly I think it is a little broken right now, and that is the rainbow egg enchant. Now, I was lucky enough to get one of these for each of my account when they were around 1 billion value each, and obviously they've now rise to 2.6 billion diamonds each, and that is just because how broken they actually are. As you'll see later on in the video after I'm done hatching, by having a rainbow egg in your enchant loadout, your odds of hatching rainbows significantly increase, allowing you to make a lot more profit when hatching these huges. Now keep in mind, once again, it does not increase your odds of hatching the huge itself, but it does increase the odds of that huge being a rainbow. So I know for most players it is not feasible to get yourself a rainbow egg. If you can afford one, I would definitely recommend putting this on before you hatch any of these huge pets. And then also when it comes to enchants, the only other enchants that you really want to make sure you have on is 2 lucky egg 10s just to get yourself a few of these stat pets. Okay, so obviously to actually open this egg itself, you do need some coins. And like I said, you cannot auto open this egg forever. And that is because you cannot auto farm the mine and open the egg at the same time. However, getting coins from the mine itself is not too tough. And if you saw any of my last 2 videos, you know that farming the mine itself is actually very, very free to play friendly, with pay to win players basically having no advantage. So if you want to know exactly everything you could do to mine as fast as possible and get yourself the most amount of coins, definitely go check out the first video I made on this event, going over literally everything you can do. But in general, to actually get yourself a ton of coins, you want to make sure you have a good team. Using a team of exclusive pets or huge pets is ideal, along with a good stat pet from this egg. However, I did demonstrate in my last video that even using a team of rainbow fragmented golems is pretty good and almost allows you to instant mine. And then with that in mind, you do want to get yourself the emerald pick, which is actually pretty easy to get now. And if you can afford it, maybe get yourself the diamond pick, which is actually now getting a lot cheaper. And as it drops, you'll probably be able to buy it. And as long as you have the diamond pick, you definitely do not need the obsidian pick. But if you want, you could do that just to make yourself mine a little bit faster. But like I said, this event is very free to play friendly and getting coins is not incredibly tough. The only unfortunate part is that you cannot auto mine while you are opening eggs. Now, I don't just want you to take my word for it. I do want to actually prove to you just how easy this huge pet is to hatch. So over the next 26 hours, so basically one day, I'm going to be farming on 7 of my pay to win accounts, meaning they do all have the 40 egg hatch game pass, and they do have a rainbow egg enchant on each of their loadouts. And I'm going to be seeing just how many of these huge pets I'm able to hatch. And then I'll also be crafting all of the craft-o-matic huge pets that I'm able to craft after that day is up. And then I'll compile all the huges to see how many I got, which honestly, for one day of AFKing is actually an insane amount of huge pets. Now, if you want to know how I run multiple accounts on one PC using Roblox Account Manager, go check out the tutorial that I have linked in the description. However, I also have a tutorial on how to use multiple accounts on one PC without using Roblox Account Manager. So if you're scared of using Roblox Account Manager, you can also go check out that video. Now, before I start getting into all of the hatching, I do quickly want to check my mailbox. If you want to donate to me using the mailbox, my username is loopedmuffin_rbx, and I do tend to shout out anything over 5 million diamonds in wrap or any exclusive pets just to save time in the videos. So thank you so much No Data's Alt for 10 million diamonds. Thank you JJK for the 5 million diamonds. Thank you SHJJJYT for the 5 million diamonds. Thank you Aaron James for the holographic shark. Thank you so much INS1920 for the Matroshki Capybara. Thank you so much KDBJ for the huge sand turtle. And thank you Pat V Parker for the huge arcade dog and the huge Valentine's bear. Thank you so much. And W Ball. And then thank you so much Golden Boy for the golden huge mining penguin. And thank you so much Technology Fact for the huge stunt corgi. And then thank you to everyone else who sent me mail. Once again, all of the huge pets that I get inside the mailbox do go towards the giveaways for these videos. So I really appreciate all of your generosity. Okay, so in the background here, you are looking at the AFK footage from my last video where I spent 6 hours AFKing the mine event to see how much profit I made. And so after filming that video and AFKing in the mine for 6 hours, I started filming this video and started opening eggs. So with that being said, with 6 hours of AFKing the mine out of the way, let's see how many huges I was able to hatch with all of the coins that I got from AFKing for those 6 hours. Okay, so yeah, after about 6 hours of opening eggs, I managed to hatch already 21 huges. So in total, with these 6 hours of AFKing the mine and then 6 hours of opening the eggs, it's been about half a day or 12 hours, and I have managed to get 21 huges, which is actually pretty insane considering I'm only using 7 accounts. So already that is on average 3 huges per account just for 12 hours. But with that being said, it hasn't been a day yet. So I'm gonna AFK the mine for 8 hours, and then we will come back and start opening eggs again. Alright, and now that I've AFK'd the mine on all 7 accounts for another 8 hours, it is time to spend all of the coins that I got once again and see how many more huges I can hatch. Okay, and now that all of the egg hatching is out of the way, it's time to trade over all the huge pets and see how many I got. Now, I did my best to find every single huge hatch animation in all 14 hours of footage, but I did miss out on a few and was not able to find a couple. So the total amount of huges that I got is actually going to be slightly more than the amount of huge hatches that you saw. But with that being said, let's trade over everything that I got and go over all of the huges that I hatched. Alright, so I went ahead and traded over all of the huge pets that I hatched, and after a total of 14 hours of AFKing the mine and 12 hours of opening eggs, I managed to get myself 45 huge pets, which is worth 2.14 billion diamonds. Now obviously this value is going to drop a little bit, but considering these are huge pets, I should still be able to get these pets for around 2 billion diamonds if I were to sell them, which is pretty insane. Now as you can see, I somehow managed to get myself 18 rainbow huge pets, 6 golden huge pets, and 21 normal huge pets, which is absolutely insane. I nearly got the same amount of rainbow huge pets as I did normal huge pets. So I really hope that demonstrates to you just how OP this rainbow egg enchant is. And if you are able to get it, definitely get it. It's going to help you in this event and all the future events. I hope this also demonstrates to you just how easy this huge pet is to hatch. Considering I hatched 45 huge pets in just a little over a day of AFKing on 7 accounts, that is an average of a little over 6 huge pets per day per account just from opening the egg in the new event. That is not even taking into account any of the gems that I got from AFKing the actual mine itself. So yeah, although AFKing the mine for the gems is not nearly as lucrative as it used to be, I think that the fact that these huge pets are so easy to get makes this event still a very viable option to AFK. And I'm looking at getting myself around 200 huge pets by the end of this event if I keep AFKing it like I am, which I will definitely continue doing. Now before I go, like I said, I did also get a ton of ores from AFKing and I managed to trade them over as well. And I'm curious to see how many of the craftable huge pets I can actually craft. So I'm going to go over to the last area here to the Combine-O-Matic and also craft these huge pets just to see how many huge pets I got in total from AFKing this event in one day. Alright, and after crafting all those huges, I was able to add another 16 huges to the total amount of huge pets that I got from AFKing 26 hours, so basically one day on 7 accounts. And now as you can see, I got a total of 61 huge pets in just that amount of time, which is absolutely insane for an event. Almost on average 10 huge pets per account when you take into account the amount of huge pets that you get from the eggs and from crafting. So yeah, I'm still a pretty huge fan of this event, even though the values of the ores went down, and I will still definitely be grinding it. But with that being said, if you enjoyed this video or found it useful, don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to reach 35,000 subscribers. I will be hosting a massive 50+ huge pet giveaway on Pets 99. But with that being said, I hope you have an amazing day and good luck mining. Congratulations to this user for being the first person to comment on my last PetSim99 video with their Roblox username. You have won yourself a free huge pet. I do this kind of giveaways every single video, so if you want a chance to be the first commenter and win yourself a free huge pet, make sure to turn on post notifications to be notified when I upload. It's time to roll the winners of the giveaway from my last PetSim99 video. Since this video did not reach any of its like goals, I will only be giving away 10 huge pets. Congratulations to all of the winners.